Welcome back to my channel. So today, as I promised, I am in the mines. So I did a little experiment. I haven't started mining down here yet, but I did start mining at levels round to level 0 because I looked up on the wiki, said something about level 0 being the place for lapis. But that's not usually where we put, like, that's not we, the royal we, the royal we. Um, Normally when you do strip mining, you try to get to the all the way to the bottom, just so that you have the best chance for all of your other, um, your diamonds, your redstone, that sort of thing. So I'm starting now, and I'm going to do another 15 minutes, but clearly mining seems to be the way to go instead of doing Hero of the Village. But let's find out if mining at 0 is better than mining at um what error where am I? I am at negative 59, baby. And so yeah, so we will be back in about, well, blink of an eye for you, back in about 15 minutes to see if I increased my lapis overhaul. Be back soon. Look at the carnage. It's been about 15 minutes. No more lapis, but hey, we've gotten 46 diamonds and almost a full stack of redstone, so there is that. Oh, no. Oh, oh! Trying to make a trash can. I really don't need all of this cobbled plate. I am now officially too. Go! Be free! Out of my... I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of you back as I walk out of here, so there is that. I don't know if I have the space for. That's kind of why I want to sort of create a trash can. But it looks like Hero of the Village is a nice little, extra boon for lapis. But if you really want a lot of lapis, then you need to mine it. And if you want to mine it, hello lava. If you want a lot of it, then you have to mine it around 0. Good gravy. All right, I will see you back up at the top. All right, now that our adventure in Lapis is over, I wanted to do something fun and then a quick base update. So the cows are no more here. It just wasn't. It would kill the babies before they grew up. It just wasn't working very well. And so, like I said, I moved it. But in moving it, I wanted to adjust. That's a very jumpy cow. I wanted to adjust the design a little bit. I wanted to ensure that the babies always moved down so that they were always growing up. Now, has that worked in testing? For the most part, it works. But so here's sort of the issue I've run into. So I decided to use water to push the babies down, and that sort of works, and I'll show you. But what I found is these cows are problematic. With the water method, the cows were getting in the way, and so the babies would get stuck here. And so then I tried putting a gate here with a button so that, it would just open for a little bit, and then the babies would, nope, babies still wouldn't flow down. And of course, if I don't have the cows on a leash, the cows try to wash down the area, or even worse, if I leave this block, wow, it seems really loud. What is going on with the music? Music, why are you so loud? Let's turn you down a bit. Thanks. Back to the game. Um, so I had to leash them in order to keep them in place. And as you can see, they're still bouncy. And if I take this block off, this cow jumps up here. So I tried putting a fence up here to like block them. And then this was all covered in. But the problem with the fence is it allowed just enough space for the cow to stand up here, which then of course blocks me the ability of the other two. And then I would breed them, and then all of a sudden we'd have babies that ended up all sorts of places. Okay. Does this work? Look, there goes my baby. So it mostly works, right? And the other part of it is I this is one bucket of lava, right? So um so I wanted to have enough space that the babies didn't crowd each other. So I built it out a little further, but then I have to put this block here to ensure that the lava doesn't touch the water and create a block, which then creates problems. And I've put death to cows, because why not have something on the signs? So so this part of the system is working pretty gosh darn good now. The babies do come down, the babies do stay here. And then once they grow up, well, they become food for later. Um, it's this part that still works. If I don't have that little block there, they get crowded, and then what happens is these go underneath this jumping one, right? And then he can stand on top of them. It becomes like cows on cows on cows, and then I can't feed the bottom ones. So I don't know. I wanted to put 4 cows in here. It's been very difficult to do more than 3. I might actually just call it a day with Bessie here, uh, and and do just 2 cows, feeding them every once in a while. We'll see. But for now, this is going to work. And then the other thing that I was doing is I decided for my next project I needed some more gunpowder, right? What is going on here? Why is... I'm so confused. That shouldn't be flush. That should not be flush at all. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so I originally we only had the one side with the I'm gonna have a hole. Dang it, Bobby. Do I have... No, I've done really well at making sure that I don't have any torches. Come here. So I don't have a whole bunches of people coming out while I have to fix all of this. I don't know what, yeah, I don't know why that's not too thick. Very strange. Um, so I went ahead and put more trapdoors up here, and I readjusted the cats. Somehow this cat was all the way over here, but the goal is now I want more. It's so bizarre. I don't know how that got all messed up. I want more gunpowder. That's the ultimate goal. Let me fix this. And so I might actually build a second um, floor, if you will, of this mob farm, so that I can get more. Oh, I am going to need 4. Yes. So I get more gunpowder because I am tired. um, I don't mind terraforming. It's not. It can be really relaxing. It could just be, when I need something mindless. It's very helpful. Let's put this back. See if I can. Woo woo, go me. Um, so there can be some catharticness about it, but The mountain is kind of coming down slow. If I have everything I need. I do not think I do. But I put it over here. Hey, not up. You're not supposed to go up. So what I want to do is I want to see about making this a little faster. Okay, I have no idea where I put it. I must have lost it is what I'm. So we're gonna do something a little fun. And then like I said, we're gonna do a base tour after that. Get some flint. Let me, because I don't have the best of luck, as some of you have pointed out. Let's put these things away. And we're just going to have to hope that we get this done the right time. You can see the TNT. Yeah. We're going to play around with some TNT. I'm going to keep this. If I lose, oh, I need this. If I lose all of the stuff on me, like all of the food, that's fine. I was trying to sprint and the game was like, no, you don't want to sprint. So what we're going to do is so whole reason I need more creepers, I have a ton of sand. So I have sand here. I have, and I'll show you in a second. But I have a little bit of gunpowder, but I don't have a ton of gunpowder. But I want to see if this proof of concept works. And it looks fun. So might as well. I have started to make these things useful. So I've got sand and sandstone galore. Oh, hi, it's nighttime. Let's sleep. I don't want to go all the way downstairs. So don't mind me. I'm taking your bed. You're loud anyway. Good gravy, you're loud. Okay, let me. So we're gonna take a moment and we're going to go to the top of the mountain. You'll notice there's some changes. We'll talk about the changes in a minute because I really would like, if I may. Oh, hey, I will take bones. Why not? When I do the tour, I want to to be able to visually see, right, the top of this mountain, and what this has done and how much this has helped or not helped at all, right? Like I want to have a good idea of if it's worthwhile to use all of my gunpowder to create TNT to help me with fast terraforming. That's what we're going to call it. Speedy terraforming. Or if I'm just better off not terraforming at all. And don't mind this line. I am fine with this line going away. So let's put one here, put one here. Let's put one here. I don't know how close they have to be. So I might be dancing with danger quite a bit because I don't have them close enough. And if this works well, then maybe I've seen it in some videos, the TNT launchers. That might be like a worthwhile build, and yeah, we'll see. It might be just fun. Will that set off all of them? Oh, set off quite a few. Quite a few. All right, and that made a nice. It made some hole, but I see why they do the TNT cannon launchers now. That wasn't close to anything. Beautiful. Let's. This is such a bad idea. But let's get that back one first and then run. All right. And last but not least, I don't think that one's close enough to hit the other one. Nope. It is not. It is not. All right. So what did that leave us with? It left us with, it got rid of some, right? Like it definitely, yeah, I can see the benefits of a TNT, having lots of TNT and having it just launch, because then you are more likely to get bigger holes, right? More of the materials are gone. Granted, I do want some of the material. I am building with some of the sandstone, but I kind of feel like I'm starting to maybe get too much. Maybe I'm not. It's hard to tell. But I figure I have sand. If I need sandstone, I can always make the sand. And if I really need sandstone, I can mine all of that over there. So let me know. Should we play around with TNT cannons? I kind of think we should. The other thing that I'm thinking will be helpful, right, with TNT help. We have these caves. Hi, sir. I don't want to fight you because I have nothing to fight you with. I can hit you with a bone. Do you want to be hit with a bone? But we see we have all of this sand just floating places, right? And it actually does take a lot longer to do around the sand than the holes in the sand. And it's easy to fill stuff up, but it's not necessarily easy to take it all down. All right, so what's with the cobblestone? What I was finding is I'm starting to, like I said the last time we did a base tour, I'm starting to really think about the overall structure. And I'm a very visual person. Like um, spatial is not my strong suit. Deuce will tell you I am terrible at it. I'm not like horrible, but I'm definitely not great, and by any means of the term. So I wanted to kind of get an idea of size, right? Like I can say it's 170 some blocks square is what this is, what the hanging garden's going to be, but I don't know what that like. I didn't quite know without doing counting every single time. Where is where is the line going to be here? Like how much? I knew I would have space this direction, but I didn't have a good idea of how much space. And yes, we just blew the line completely um, asunder, but we can always rebuild the line. That's not a problem. And then I wanted to be able to go, okay, if I look this way, I can now see the edge that way, and I can see the edge that way. And that does a couple of things. And we'll talk about that in a minute. That does a couple of things, right? Like then I can, when I start to build sort of, uh, it's kind of ironic that I'm going to be dropping this all the way to the ground just to build it all the way up. But sometimes you have to do that. But this then gives me an idea of when I get up here, right? What is the view going to look like? And I have an idea of what this view is going to look like versus what I want to do with this side, right? Because the hanging gardens is only going to come to here. So do I drop, which I think the answer right now is yes. How much of this mountain do I drop? Do I drop it just down to that level or do I keep dropping it, right? I know that this side is higher than the other side. So it only down here, like so. At this, whoops, not that button, this button. So this is at level 80, right? Where on the other side, we're building at 68, I think. So all of this sand is going to have to, all of the sand across that line is going to have to come down. Otherwise, it's going to look really, really bizarre, right? Because this is just, it's going to come, like even here, this needs to come down another 10 blocks in order for this to look fine. So how do I just bring it down those blocks? Or do I do kind of what I'm doing on the other side and I leave some elevation up? The problem with that is, okay, so I leave some elevation up, but then I don't have really, because this is going to be covered here. So we're only going to see, right, a tiny bit of it here, potentially. Then I got to deal with that, right? And if I do the same thing as I do on that side, on this side, right, you're not going to see much of the hanging garden. I kind of want, even though this is a much bigger project and I should have left that side open and not this side. I kind of want to be able from the ocean. Hi, mushrooms. How are you? From the ocean to be able to see a good portion of the base of the. Wow, all of that seems really loud. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my sound. Let me turn my sound down in my ears, and hopefully that's does nothing for you guys. But I kind of like the idea of there being some sort of hubris, right? Like as the story goes, the Hanging Gardens was built for the wife who missed the lush vegetation of her childhood, right? And so he built it as not only a symbol of his love or his ability to make her happy, right? A happy wife, happy life, supposedly. But also, I'm sure he did it a little bit out of hubris, right? Like, I'm the king, look at all my riches, I can build this massive structure, right? And so I kind of want at least one side visible to the ocean as like symbology kind of thing. Now, one of the other things that I've done, let me run over here. And all of this has to come down, right? Like that is 68 down there. So my goodness, that's we're doing some stuff. Ooh, this is dangerous because I think it's nighttime now. Yep. And I have no weapons. This is who decided this? This is not a good idea. Oh, well, you live dangerously. So yeah, all of this I have to do, but this side, as you can see, right? Like, hey, we have that beautiful coral reef over there, and it lights up at night. It's really, really nice. But you can see it's not horribly far from the cliffs and the water. So now I have a thought on this side. Oh, and it's raining. But I've already done some work on this side. See, there's nice big holes, and you'll see it more when we do the before and after, right? So I did, like I said, I was thinking about doing, I made a pathway. So this was all connected to that piece of land, and I've opened it up. I've dropped this area significantly high. Mr. Husk, here, let me hit you with some meat. Can I burn you? Are you? Uh, I can't light you on fire, huh? That's unfortunate. I would think I could light you on fire. Oh, I'm better off hitting you with meat. Eat. You're hungry, right? Well, let me hit you with some meat. Yeah, yeah, that work. Bye bye. And this was a pain in the rear, let me tell you. All right. I here don't have a bed even. Uh, anyway, we will live life dangerously. The water did not want to update, so I had to kind of manually update the water, and then I did a little terraforming so that it looked a little more natural. Now, all of that over there is normal, is how it spawned in. But yeah, this is all new, and then I terraformed this edge a little bit. So what I was thinking while I was taking this all down, though, is this is kind of really pretty, right? And it would be nice to have like an area that has a harbor. Now, I know I'm adding more work for me, and I already have a ton of work, right? Um, but I was thinking initially, I was like, oh, this would be a really cool like harbor area. And then I was like, well, that's really a large cliff, right? But at the same time, here's again where knowing where the edges are coming in. I initially had the edge coming here, hence why there's a nice little gap here, right? But when I counted it out again, I found I was going to end up in water. I really didn't want that. So I moved the entire structure, or where the structure was going to go, over a couple of blocks, what, like 4 or 5? Um, but then when I looked at like, oh, this is where this right here is where the edge is going to be. Um, I'm going to have to drop all of that down. I can't leave this, right? Because that's going to look funny if I leave this right up against there. It's going to kind of give the gardens an abandoned feel instead of the um, live and bustling feel that I want to have. So I was like, okay, well, if this goes down to 68, because what this is 72, so it has to go down four blocks from here, right? I don't know if I can leave all of that um, without it looking funny. But on the other hand, right, if I want this to be a, wow, that's loud rain. If I want this to be a harbor area, right, like my initial thought was, there's the edge. This distance here, right, that's not too bad to have a harbor. That's a whole lot closer than having a harbor either on that side or even that side, right? Um, but I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is bubbles whirling. Weird. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to on and off work on this area, right? Dropping it down to the ground, seeing what I see. I do kind of like the way this looks right now. And then I'm going to have to figure out if I want a harbor, what does a harbor look like? What does a desert harbor look like? Um, but yeah, so we've definitely done some work. Okay, so I will switch right now to, oh, hi, wait, we'll wait. Creeper, you're kind of in my way. Here, come here. Hey, hey, you, come here, please. Thank you. Come. Do not. Damn it. Do not break my blocks, dude. Man, okay. Fine. I am gonna, as I run to a bed, let's start talking about the changes. So I've talked already about what I did with breaking the water. I don't know. As you can see, I've left the connector still up. Don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I have already enjoyed the fact that that area is open. So it has helped me navigate really, really quickly around things, which I really like. So I have a feeling that in the future, it's going to be well worth it. Um, as I fight things as you're watching stuff. Um, other things that I've done, you'll have seen already. We've built more on the other side, and we've also started to put out where the buildings are going to go up front. Um, we're already putting out where some of the um, fields that we're going to have on the main area, where that's going to look like. There is that little arm section as you enter in the area between the left side and the right side. That's just a sand and arm. I don't know if I'm going to keep that, if I'm going to leave that. I'm kind of thinking about pathways, right? Like um, maybe having a walking path along the water. That sounds nice. I don't know if it's realistic, but it sounds nice, right? Like it sounds like that would be something that would be beneficial and preferential to what people do. And then I have, like I said, I had to um, move the entire structure of where I was going to put the hanging gardens. I had to move that a couple of blocks in. And so I think that gives far more space in between where the building's going to be and where we're going to walk between the upper levels. I do need to start putting in some work just to start to visually see what the top of this area looks like. I'm pretty sure, like I said last spaced, that it's going to go all the way over, but I'm having some doubts. I think we're gonna have it stop quicker because I've had to like move some stuff. And the other thing is I was gonna have it one block lower, but now I'm not. So outside of that air of the um, raised area is going to be um, it's going to be for like this side of I'm thinking I did have so gosh brain needs to work. So originally I had this one block lower, right? Or yeah, one block lower, which would have made it 63. But laziness, we're going to call it laziness got the better of me because I really, really didn't want to dig one block down just to get the the dirt. Now, this poses a different problem, right? Because I'm going to have water in order to make that work as far as irrigation, right? So I might have to lower this one block down anyway. But I'm pretty content that this will be at level 64. I've got to sleep again. Which then makes this entrance, and I don't have to lower all of this one block down. Like, yes, it kind of messes up the farm a tiny bit, but not by much. And realistically, nobody's going to be looking at the inside of underneath here anyway very often, except for me every now and then, right? But even though I've sort of raised that side, or maybe, no, actually, I lied. I was thinking that this side was higher, but now the other side is at the same level as this side. Well, there you go. See, happy little accidents. I didn't even I didn't even see that. But so that'll be nice. It saves me some terraforming, right? Like I then can fill in this instead of not fill it in, right? And so all of this has to become sandstone. So that's why I'm not too concerned about about the excess sandstone, because it's going to become pathways and floors for all of these houses. But now that I've got like it's starting to look like something over here, right? It's not just this structure here that obviously, yes, this structure needs to not be so one note to work on that. But again, the fact that it's here and the fact that I'm putting the sort of outlines of where these houses are going to go. Obviously, these houses are much bigger than some of those houses, which is kind of nice. And I still have, as you can, I don't know if you could see on the video, there's still some work to be done over here, right? Like I have to, these are all one kind of block, and they're all one kind of roof. So I still got some work to do over there. And obviously, I haven't done inside. Yeah, insides are. I would think that the insides would be fun. Really not. They're very like creative, intensive. Trying to imagine, well, how can I make this look like a different table, and how can I make that look like a different table, right? Like, uh, but yeah, so we're making some progress, and I'm happy with. Hi, I'm happy with the progress that we're making. Oh, listen, while I'm here, no point in putting it away. Where was I going? Brain just stopped. It's been a long day. Um, but yeah, so I'm happy with the progress, and I think that by putting in the sort of uh, outlines of where things are going to go, like I have a better idea. I know now I need a ton, like depending on where fields are going to stop, right? Obviously, I have this field stopping here. Again, I might lower it because I might decide that irrigation is going to be a pain in the rear, which, that's fine. It does a little interesting. And the more I've looked at this outside here, or this landscape, the more I actually like it. I thought it was too busy. And yeah, when you're kind of like looking at it dead on, can be, but when you are walking over bridge or you're walking over here, it's growing on me, growing on me. But as you can see, like here's the issue here, right? Is with this, do I try to even that out? I think so, right? I think that's what I'm gonna have to take some sand, make this not so straight, even though this is how I think that was. I don't remember anymore. Video proof will show whether that was that way or not. I'm gonna have to like bring this out a little bit, I think, and then maybe put sand around here. I think this is gonna get lowered. I honestly do, because I think that I'm gonna find that trying to make it look like the irrigated fields over there is gonna be too much, and then maybe I'll just put I don't know, stairs going down. My concern with all of that is our villagers. They like to jump. They think that stairs are jumpable, and then we won't have any wheat down here whatsoever. So I might have to put a stair and then put like a space around this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that because the more I think about how I'm gonna irrigate this, I don't want to just put a thing of water here and hope for the best, right? That's not gonna look very good. That's not gonna keep it's gonna look very odd when you look at the irrigated fields over there and then here and you go, oh, yeah, we'll have to think about that. Oh, Mr. Trader, how are you? What do you have? Moss block. Moss block. I might want moss blocks. You'll only give me one, though. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about that, sir. Um, and then obviously I'm probably going to need to make a bigger one, but I'm trying to make things go a little faster, obviously. It is still have a long way. But with that, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the changes that I've made to the base, the finishing of the experiment that I did about lapis. Supposedly, like I said many, many moons ago, there are lapis farms. I'm really hoping it doesn't come to that because those farms look like a pain in the rear to make. But we'll see. We'll see how dire need of lapis I'm going to. I have quite a bit of it now. So it might just be blocks here and there, and I might be able to interchange it with um, blue wool and other blue things. So we'll see. But that's a future episode. Definitely, I've been thinking about having an episode of just me goofing around with how how am I going to make mythical creatures, right? Like how to make a lion when you don't have triangles or uh, you know, circles or things of that nature, right? Like how do we build that out? But again, that's a future me's problem, so I'm thinking about it already. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this space tour. Oh, look, I have other friends. Look. Well, at least they keep giving me ominous potions, so when I do find a trial chamber, I can use them. Hi, guys. I'll be with you in right a minute. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye.